I saw Charlie Kirk had a clip that went viral of him debating with a guy. So I want to see your reaction to it.
Yes, sir.
You were talking about like premarital sex and things like
Yes.
that, which I feel like is a great concept.
Yeah.
But the question is, do you think men and women both having high body counts is the same thing?
No, they're both bad, but men deal with different sexual temptation than women. It's much easier for a woman to say no to sex than a man. Much easier.
So which one do you think is worse?
It depends what I mean by worse for them. It's actually worse for the female, psychologically.
Right.
Worse, like worse from an outside judgment standpoint. I mean, it's probably a tie. I mean, but they're worse for different reasons.
So,
why do you think he's lying?
Well, he is in the public, and you see that model of female in the background.
Yeah.
All right, so he's got to play to both sides. So I mean, you got to do what you got to do, I guess. But because YouTube will cancel his ass if he's too
honest.
Well, one, too honest, and he's on the men's side. Like literally, the media machine wants to beat the men down, especially men who are masculine and trying to set the example for other men out there. They hate you with a passion, and they want to burn you down. That's the truth.
What do you mean hate you with a passion? Like the media? You think he hates men?
Well, the media is run by feminists.
Yeah.
And like I have been a speaker at some of the men's rights conventions. And these women show up and pull the fire alarm, and all we're doing is talking.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like, men should just talk out their feelings. And we try to come together to talk out our feelings, and they call in bomb threats. They pull the fire alarm. They block the entrances. It's insane.
Do you think he knows?
Yes, he's not an idiot. He knows exactly what's going on, but he's getting paid for playing both sides of the aisle.
Okay, let's see what
that's just my opinion.
Yeah, let's see what else he
has
says.
a much harder time restraining sexual impulse than a female.
Right,
but it's also a fact that when a woman has a high body count, they become less desirable in the eyes of a man. I don't know if that's not a good thing or a bad thing. It's just reality.
Right.
He's
so
totally right there.
Contrary to that, if a man is a virgin, especially in the generation we live in,
yes.
Why are we not like if you're a virgin, are you going to be respected as a man?
I was.
I'm right, but
I was a virgin until I got married.
Right, but think about the majority.
I had a pretty good life and good career.
Like career, yes.
But also, why are you sharing your sexual behavior with people? Like that's weird. Like, why is it their business that you're a virgin or not? Like, I mean, that's like, who cares?
Can you pause it real quick? Did he or did he not mention his wife and sex life many times before this clip?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's literally.
Well, he doesn't say that. He does tout her as like a talking point. You know, so he'll say, "Get married because I got married. I had kids." You know how they do that? It's like they use.
It's so infuriating.
Yeah, they use their wives and their families for clout, which isn't really. That's a lot of pressure to put on someone. You know.
Yeah, you know what's the worst at it is Mr. Matt Walsh. He is always blaming and shaming men for not getting married or whatever, not stepping up.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, I gave him his own name, Naggy Beard, because that's all he does is nag. Now, I agree with a lot of what he has to say, but I get really upset when he literally is talking to men and blaming and shaming, guilt and fear. Like he should just put on a set of tits and just yell at us like a chick.
Did you know his wife spurged out at me once?
She what?
His wife yelled at me, not yelled at me, but she wrote an essay about me on Twitter, how I'm a doomer.
Well, you have got you get way more hate mail than I get.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I get hate mail, but it's like always the same. Like you hate your mother, you hate yourself. Like we hate women. I don't hate anyone.
Yeah.
I mean, I have been to the end of the road where hate ends, and it's in a mass grave. Yeah. I am I severely dislike, I might, be enraged, but I am not at the level of hatred. So
let's see what else he has to say.
I agree.
But is the argument that you have sex because you might be called a virgin? Like, yeah, I don't have STDs, go to hell. Like, okay.
No, I completely agree with you. But the fact
I hear the social pressure argument.
The social pressure is, it's like if a man is a virgin, especially in this dating market, right?
Yeah, I think that's unbelievably attractive to women.
Wrong. He's wrong.
I think women actually, they stopped throwing themselves at Drake because they said he's got too high of a body count. Let me just stop.
Now, listen, I mean, there are guys out there who are virgins into, their 30s and 40s because they're waiting for the right woman. And I can't begrudge them for that. More power to them. But in today's day and age,
They're gonna get eaten alive.
well, yeah, well, there's that. And in today's day and age, there are women out there walking across the stage to get their high school diploma with 1,000 cocks stare on their face. And you can see it in their eyes.
Well, now they're having sex with 1,000 guys in a day.
That is so disgusting.
I know.
I mean, I literally want to
Actually,
vomit.
12 hours, not even a day.
Yeah. Okay. So at least you can get a good night's sleep, I guess. I mean, do you have
Would you, if she wanted to hook up, would you hook up with her?
No, I'm actually done with that. It's just not worth the effort anymore.
Let me see that here.
I disagree.
My wife's pretty beautiful.
Right.
Right? Like, she's pretty desirable.
Right.
Would you guys agree? Yeah, she's pretty beautiful. I'll just tell you that if a man or a woman remains a virgin, you become insanely attractive in a time when everyone else has been shared. It's
All right,
not
so
easy. I
first of all-
understand that.
All right. How old is his wife?
She's okay. Let me look at the ages. Actually, I think I have them in my. I have my.
What age did she get married?
She got married. It was either like 31 or 32. I have it
Okay.
in my spreadsheet. Let me just find it. You go ahead.
She got married to him basically because Father Time had caught up.
Yeah.
I got you. I hope he doesn't get divorced. I don't wish anyone. But, when you look at just the numbers and the stats, 56% of the people who get married are getting divorced.
Oh, it's Erica Kirk. That's her name.
Man,
She's not in this. Oh, I got so many.
You don't have her on there?
I thought I did, but I know.
Error.
I know. Hold on, let me look up.
All right,
Charlie Kirk, wife, age, married, 32. She got
Okay.
married.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. And she's really attractive, but she was like a pageant queen. So it's like Charlie Kirk. Wife.
Okay. But you got to understand, like, a lot of these women that
you
travel in those circles.
Yeah.
I mean, they're around rich men, powerful men, and things go down or up and in and out, stuff like that.
I have to find it. She had like some big model pictures, which are pretty skimpy, like back in the day. I'm not hating on it, but I'm like, this isn't the trad that you're pushing.
Well, I mean, I hope it works out for them. I really do. But, I'm a realist here.
Yeah.
We live in a hypersexualized culture. I'm not even shaming people. I know it's difficult. But if you commit yourself to it, you should be platformed as a desirable, way to live. And again, I'm not here to humiliate. Everyone struggles and everyone has, maybe today though, if you could.
Should is like a wish list.
What?
Should is a wish list.
Yes.
When we say like, even me, I like to I can't say it on YouTube, but that we shouldn't,
Yeah.
But I can't say it, but I kind of stopped saying it because I realized it's just a wish list that'll never happen, the vote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it is what it is. But again, I listen to him talk a lot. He's really smart and he debates people and rips them to shreds. Got it. But he's not the guy who should be giving relationship advice. Not in today's day and age.
Could rededicate yourself to that way of life. It's a beautiful thing.
But okay, so then again, does the innocence of being a virgin as a man,
Yeah.
like, lower his masculinity?
No, it
Because-
actually increases his masculinity. Actually,
Oh,
yeah.
my
If you
Lord.
remain a virgin, that means that you have so much self-control over your animal instincts that you're like the most badass man.
Wow. He is stretching that.
The most badass. Is he more badass than you who like,
No.
you the military,
No.
more than the kickboxers? He's more badass?
No. No.
No, but he waited, so you just gotta.
Well, I mean, more power to him. I mean, like I said, I'm not taking anything away from him, but I'm a realist, and
Yeah.
it just is what it is.
It's easy not to be a virgin. It's hard to be a virgin. Masculinity is doing the hard stuff, not the easy stuff.
Yes and no.
That's what I was thinking. Go ahead.
Yeah, yes and no. Like, yeah, masculinity has a lot to do with doing the hard stuff. All right, now, the way I look at masculinity, there's 4 corners to it. Provide, protect, mentor, and if need be, destroy. That's it. It's just that simple. And if he could fit into that box, then more power to him. But like I said, I think he's stretching, playing both sides of the audience.
Yeah. I think it's because the wives, conservative women, influence the vote too much. Like, I think that's who Trump was pandering to last election. because that's why he was pushing.
Well,
Like, that's why Melania did the pro-abortion
mhm.
stance. I think that was like a chess move because he was trying to get the suburban mom vote.
Well, I mean, what are the marriage rates now? It's like between 5 and 6 out of 1,000 are getting married.
Yeah.
That's the lowest it's been since they started counting that stat after the Civil War in 1865.
What was it in 1865?
It was the end of the Civil War.
No, what was the rate then? Do you know?
I don't know, but
Okay.
it was
Curious.
significantly higher.
Okay.
Because back then people got married
Yeah.
young.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I'm just sick and tired of the talking heads selling us this illusion. Like, get married, man up. Like, what are you talking about? A man in current year makes one mistake, his life is ruined. Because child support is no joke. If you need 2 incomes just to get by in today's day and age, try doing it when they're taking 60% of your wages away. You are living in a refrigerator box. You're eating off the dollar menu, all because you listen to these talking heads and you decided to get married. I call it a mirage. It's not a marriage, it's a mirage. It's that thing you see in the distance, like, oh, that looks so refreshing. I'm going to keep going until I get there. And you never get there. You die in the desert of thirst.
And they keep selling hope.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, I'm not trying to crush anyone's hope. I'm just telling you the truth. And in current year, as a young man or a man, you need to focus on your excellence, your purpose, or a mission will get you by. But, living your life to be a slave to someone else or living up to like society's expectations of you is just a fool's errand.
See how we finish.
It's like, I have zero respect for a 17-year-old. It's like, bro, I have all this sex with people. Like, yeah, you're nothing more than a rabbit.
Yeah. No,
Like, good for you.
Again,
Like, control yourself.
Again, but doesn't it also come down to, if innocence raises femininity and makes a woman more attractive, wouldn't it do the opposite for a
No,
man?
I'm saying it actually makes the man more. I think virginity makes both sexes more.
Wow. Again,
What is this?
he's playing to both sides.
Yeah.
And like the Daily Wire,
Oh,
they do the same
they do
thing
the same
because they are literally in league with the forces of darkness. They
What do you
have to-
mean they're in? What does that mean?
All right. What I mean by the forces of darkness, they want to keep you under their thumb. They want to maintain you as basically a beast of burden, and they don't want you to have any opinions. They don't want you to resist. They're going to put the yoke of slavery on you and keep you walking forward until you die. And our current civilization has broken the contract between men and women because men provide and protect and maintain the civilization. And they used to do it because there was that contract between men and women. Yeah, I'm gonna do all of this risky stuff, but I'm gonna have a wife, I'm gonna have a family, and that's gonna be my purpose.
Mhm.
That's gone now. And I really cannot, in good faith, look any man in the face and go, yeah, get back on that plantation and work yourself to death. No.
What would you tell young guys to do?
Focus on your excellence, find your purpose, and stick to that. Because it'll be more rewarding in the end. I know people are going to get mad because I said this, but even if you do, you're like, oh, I'm going to have kids. It's going to be so rewarding. Yes, while you watch your kids grow up and fast forward because you only see them 96 hours a month, and you're paying half your pay to put a roof over the heads of your children while your ex-wife or baby mama has literally installed a revolving door in the front and back door for the conga line of cocks that are going to go through that house, and your kids are going to be exposed to that. And those men who visit your ex-wife or your baby mama will get to spend more time with your children than you will. That is a travesty.
One thing I've heard from men is they saw how bad single mothers are as parents when they dated one.
Oh, they're terrible.
Because like I had one guy tell me that he went on a date and he didn't realize he like went back to her place and he didn't realize the daughter was there. It was like a first date.
Ooh.
And so he just said he left because he felt so weird that the daughter was like, he just assumed the daughter was gone,
Well, I mean, I was raised by a single mother.
Mhm.
And, I think one of the problems that I had with women in my life is because my mother told me what women wanted, which, but that's not what they want. They don't want the nice guy. They don't want the gentle giant, the hero. They don't want that guy. They want the bad boy that's going to pull her hair and, you know, beat him up a little bit, throw him onto the curb. I'm serious.
Yeah, I know. I know.
I,
I know.
I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I can't, like, while I was dating, I had women like, oh, you're just too nice. I'm like, what the hell does that mean? I'm like, okay. Yeah, maybe, you know,
Yeah.
it is what it is. Now, I'm not recommending that because you'll catch a charge and it's expensive. But yeah, I don't think women even know what they want.
No.
Because they'll tell you one thing with their words, but their actions are completely different.
Here we got another one from Charlie Kirk.
Are noticing this and have a plan and an agenda. And the agenda, Donald Trump's agenda, putting the country first, curtailing hyperinflation. I have made this advice publicly and privately to President Trump. In the debate and in his rallies, he needs to be very clear. And when he goes to college campuses this fall, which I hope we're going to host a couple campus events for either him or his vice president, future vice president, whoever it is, you know, we have a great campus infrastructure, hope to do it. The President Trump needs to say, forget the noise, forget the chatter. As president, I will make it easier to do 3 things. Get married, have babies, own a home. If I'm president, those 3 things will be achievable for you.
No. Do you have any idea what that will take?
No, you tell me. What do you think? You're the expert here.
Yeah. Well, first
what
of
would
all,
that take?
you're going to have to like get the women on board with that, which they're not going to allow the laws to change because they get a free
No,
ride.
that's the thing. I think more men would sign up than women tomorrow. I do. Because,
I don't know.
no, hear me out. This is why I think that. Because the average marriage is like 30 or 32, and men want the younger, hotter women, but we keep pushing it off. So that to me says that the ball's more in women's court to push. Like, I don't think women want to give up the lifestyle that being young and attractive is. So it's like, I think like women would protest too. Like
They
women
want the benefits of the traditional marriage
Yeah.
while still living the modern feminist lifestyle.
Yeah, and we don't. The other thing is women don't want to be mothers. Like if
which is a shame.
Yeah, if we aborted 1/8 of the world population, like how can we say that they're like they always say women are nurturing
listen,
and want to
if-
be mothers?
if you're a woman-
yeah, go ahead.
If you're a woman and you have an abortion and then you say, I'm not a mother, yes, you are. You're a mother to a dead child, which is a tragedy.
Yeah,
It's straight up. I consider it murder.
yeah, I do too.
And, you know, I used to think totally different before I had my own kids. Once I had my own kids, I'm like, ooh, yeah, that's not good.
Well, and they don't care. Like the thing is, I've shown women abortion videos on my show
Yeah.
before,
Oh, my Lord.
and no, I've seen them. I've like watched an abortion. I've shown women them, and they just do not care. They just still.
I'm
want it.
not surprised.
Yeah. This idea that women are like nurturing,
No.
I just do not, but I think men are more nurturing than women.
You want to see a woman's true character? You watch how she performs in divorce court.
Yeah.
Because there's no, I'm strong and independent in divorce court. No, I'm a victim. He's so terrible. He did all this stuff to me. I mean, get the hell out of here. Come on.
Yeah. Someone said you got to go to the Amish to find a traditional woman.
Oh, yeah, well.
My brother's looking.
Or the Mennonites.
My brother wants a wife, so I think for a YouTube video, we're going to go to the Amish and see if we can.
That's a whole, like, that's a whole ordeal.
I know, I'm kidding. I think we might actually do it for a video because it'd be funny to have him approach Amish women.
Listen, man, we are screwed. We really are. Especially if women don't want to be mothers. They don't have a problem aborting their children and they're totally cool with it. I mean, I have the 80-80 rule, which is 80% of divorces are filed by women. 80% of the time, the man is caught completely off guard. They weaponize the system against you. They don't care if you wind up living in the street. Parental alienation happens on the regular and it's enforced by the laws. And women don't give a shit. I've sat there and, you know, was in court because I did this research while I was homeless. And some of these women were out in the lobby bitching and moaning how the father doesn't come around anymore and they can't control the kids. And the kids are between 11 and 13, which is basically where the mother can no longer discipline the children, especially if they're male children. And she's whining and complaining about this while just 5 years prior to this, she drove the father away. And now she's complaining about it. It's the typical liberal. Create the problem and then bitch about it down the road.
We have another guy.
Oh, here we go.
This one I haven't seen, so it'll be interesting. Let me see.
Are going to wait before marriage, or if you're going to wait till marriage needs to happen quick if you are going to wait before marriage, or if you're going to wait till marriage.
The men who are ready for real
Oh my
marriage
God.
is going to last. They want to wait for sex, but they also want marriage to happen quick.
Bingo, which means you better be a damn good dater.
That's right.
You got to be an excellent dater. You got to be vulnerable. You got to be integrated. You got to know what you like, how you like it.
What the? Are you serious?
What is it? Like, why do Christians produce such simps? Like, I don't know. I'm not saying other religions don't, but it's just so bad in Christian churches.
In the Christian religion, there's like, well, she's accepted Jesus, she's redeemed, and they sell this to the men in the congregation, and a lot of them buy it. I'm sorry, I've told several pastors, do not sell me your swamp donkeys if I come into your church to, eat your zombie flesh and drink your vampire blood. Don't do it. And I've literally I've seen guys get up and walk out.
It's interesting. My dad, he's not overly religious, right? But he's very moral. Like he literally doesn't drink, he's the most literally one of the best people I've ever met. And I asked him why he doesn't go to church or why that's not a thing for him. And he told me he doesn't like watching gay men talk. He's like, I got sick of gay men telling me how to live my life.
Well, he's got a point.
I know. And that's why I've found, and especially in the Catholic, because we're Catholic, right? So it's kind of, I forgot what they did this study of what percent of the priests were gay. It was higher.
It's probably a significant amount.
I mean, you got to do something with it. What are you going to do with the gay guys? You got to do something with them. So
I don't know. Maybe let the priests get married.
Yeah. What? Oh, no, I said the gay guys. So
I know.
It's no wonder they're more effeminate.
But the thing is I was raised in the Episcopal Church. So if you're going to do Christianity in a beer scale, Episcopalian is basically Catholic light.
Okay.
Because it's all the same stuff. The sit, stand, kneel, the church aerobics. You go up, you drink the zombie or the vampire blood, eat the zombie flesh, and all of a sudden you're good to go. And then everyone leaves. It's the exact same, except the guy talking to you can get married in the Episcopal Church. Mm-hmm. In the Catholic Church, they can't.
Oh, no way.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
This is what it is.
I just thought the answer was
if they corrected that, it would crush a lot of that pedophilia down, all of that horrible stuff that happened under the Catholic Church that they hid for years. And it's probably one of the main reasons a lot of people are turned off from Christianity here in this country. Is because of the horrible example the Catholic Church
Well,
did.
it always happens, even in other churches. Like they oh my gosh, do you see that guy in Africa? Oh no, actually, it wasn't a church. He was a government official. But all these sex tapes came out of him with 300 people. Like he had sex with pretty much all the women in the office that were married.
Wow.
And then it came out a couple months later. He's on vacation with his wife. She doesn't care.
Damn.
He had sex with her, all the women on the job too. Didn't. But back to even Justin Bieber's pastor at a scandal.
Well, I mean, that's another country.
Yeah.
You screw around with people's wives in other countries, there could be dire consequences.